I mean, the Pixel 4 is leaking all over the place now. Kind of embracing the leaks is Google in a way that I haven't seen previously from other tech companies. You're getting these type of leaks, which are like a dude, just like some guy, and it's a behind the scenes snap photo type of thing. But then you're getting some bigger ones, which aren't even really leaks because it's definitely authorized. Best Buy has created a page for the Pixel 4, and they've even got some like marketing lingo about it. Wave hello to Motion Sense. You no longer have to touch your phone to make things happen. Motion Sense is a new technology in Pixel 4 that can detect your gestures without you having to touch the screen. And then they've got a video, in fact, on the Best Buy page, as well as a place to sign up to purchase it when it becomes available. And the video actually showcases, and hopefully you can bring this up. Yeah, click United States there. Hopefully you can find the video. There's a little watch Google Pixel 4 video there. This is a woman's face with the new Pixel set up in front of her, and you can see it comes to life when she gets close to it immediately without her touching anything. And then she proceeds to interact with the device, swiping between what look to be applications without touching the phone. Now, we've seen this on devices in the past. We saw this on an LG device fairly recently. I can't remember which model it was. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was like, what am I doing? My phone's over there. I'm swiping. I'm doing all this. Why don't I just pick it up? It didn't really appeal to me. Now, granted, the way they're showcasing it here in this demo video, it looks quite smooth. It's not missing anything. So maybe it was just a question of making the technology a little more sophisticated, the software-hardware integration. Of course, Google having a lot more control over Android experiences, for example. Also, what you come to find when you do a little investigation into this particular device and how they're going to market it, and the fact that they're choosing that particular topic to market it as far as the Best Buy site's concerned. Like, you don't say the best camera, get ready for the best camera. They don't say get ready for high performance. They don't say get ready for the display. Motion Sense is the first topic they want to cover on the Best Buy page, which has to be authorized by Google themselves. So that must be the element they want to play up. So then you untangle as you would if you were guys like us, Will. And what you come to find really is that Google is investing big time in the sensors on the front of your phone. They're kind of doing an unexpected thing as everyone was trying to shrink down the top bezel in order to emphasize and maximize the screen-to-body ratio of the device. They're like, no. We're cool with the forehead, and we're going to jam 1 billion sensors into there. So I want you to go and show the people this particular image. This is on BGR.com. What is the headline? This is an awesome Pixel 4 feature you won't find on any iPhone 11 is the headline. And they have a cool image, X-ray vision into what lives underneath the forehead of the device. And what's wild here, you've got on the left, I'm going to go left to right with how many things are in the top bezel here. Face unlock IR camera. That's the far left. Next over, front-facing camera. Next over, ambient light proximity sensor. Next over, audio port. Soli radar chip. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Face unlock dot projector. Face unlock IR camera. That's the second one. And face unlock flood illuminator. That's the last. So the only other phone that seems to be as invested at this point in face unlock, facial recognition. There were a couple of Huawei devices, then they backed off and went into the screen-to-body ratio wars, is Apple with Face ID. They've got the dot projector, they've got the IR, and they've got the flood illuminator. So they've got the stuff over on the far right-hand side of the bezel. But this one adds radar and then a second face unlock IR camera. I mean, there's no more room up there.
Yeah. And they're ditching the fingerprint.
They're ditching the fingerprint. So they're doubling down. Not doubling down because they didn't have it. This wasn't their attempt on the last one. They're betting on this camp right here. They're like, we want to capture the world's faces. And you know how it is with Google, Will. There's got to be some motive here beyond. I mean, this is a really big play and an unusual play given the current state of the marketplace and how consumers are so fickle about screen-to-body ratio, from what we can tell from the devices that seem to be successful. So the sensor that's responsible, or sensor, the item in the bezel there that's responsible for that motion, what are they calling it? Motion sense, is actually the radar chip, which is the biggest chip of the bunch there. It's almost as big as the audio port. And apparently, this is what's going to enable that really precise motion at distance, its ability to gauge and read your behavior. And supposedly as well, this thing is going to be a far better performer at face unlock, in the sense that you're not going to have to be looking at it nearly as directly because of the extra diversity of sensors that are on there. Now, because of that radar chip, apparently the motion sense feature, is not going to launch in all markets at the same time. There's different restrictions around how radar is available to companies to sell to the general public, any radar product, and apparently that is legit radar. And so therefore, there's a list of launch countries for that feature. I presume the other markets are going to have to wait to get that feature enabled, likely through software. So motion sense will work only in the US, Canada, Singapore, Australia, Taiwan, and Europe. I mean, that's a lot of places still, but it's not every market. And motion sense technology will allow the Pixel 4 to detect your gestures, allowing you to do things like skip songs, silence phone calls without touching the phone. The radar chip enables motion sense. It's located in the Pixel 4's top bezel, along with the selfie camera and so forth. So it's a differentiating factor. How will it be received? I don't know. Are customers ready for this? Is this what they want? Do you want to interact with your phone without touching it? I'm truly not sure. It's a weird play, as far as I'm concerned, because it's different from what the rest of the Android marketplace is aiming at right now. And so you have to ask yourself, does Google care? What is the real motivation here? What technology are they interested in most? Is it selling smartphones, or is it capturing data post-smartphone distribution? Because of the diversity of how their company operates in the first place. So it's really interesting. But as you can see here, here's some demonstrations of the types of gestures that this radar sensor is capable of picking up. And it's actually pretty interesting. So we'll have to wait and see how this functions in the real world. But anyhow, they're marketing it on Best Buy. So you have to presume you're going to start to see this show up on TV and stuff like that, Will. That when they finally come out with the TV commercials, they're going to double down and be like, this is our feature.
Right.
We're going to let you know about it. And they got the pockets for that.
Yeah. Especially when their fingerprint sensor was really prevalent.
They got some pockets on them.
Yes. Yeah.
They got they walk around with a couple of pockets.
Yeah.
Google, I'm saying.
Boatloads, really.
There it is. All right. Cool.